Now, the coalition government in the city of Tshwane continues to underwhelm and is struggling to provide the necessary services within the city. Let's head to eNCA senior reporter Silindelo Masikane with the very latest. Very good morning to you. What can you tell us about, of course, how residents are also just reacting as opposed to coalition within the city of Tshwane?
Yeah, it does seem as though the coalition governments in various municipalities are seemingly struggling to provide services to its residents. In particular in Tshwane, we are seeing issues around water shortages, but in particular now today, an interesting statement which was released yesterday in the late afternoon in terms of what the city of Tshwane is describing as an interruption to the Tshwane bus services operations, in particular the Tshwane bus services which operate obviously in and around the Tshwane precinct as well as various areas. The statement reading that they are experiencing shortages of diesel in terms of supplying these buses, and that they are informing residents and users of that transportation that it's going to be suspended for some time. So my colleague Joe Matlala and I made our way this morning to the bus depot, expecting Dumelo to see around 160 buses, which is the number of shifts that the service has. We were expecting to find all 160 buses stationed here at the depot and not moving. But I'm going to ask Jules to just pan to my right. You can see that, in fact, as of this morning at around 4:30, which is when the shifts actually begin, those buses that do have diesel have been operating. And so the question is, why is the statement seemingly from the city of Tshwane kind of misleading? Because it was telling residents to actually make alternative arrangements when it comes to their transportation, saying that these buses would not be operating. But I've been speaking to some of those who work here at the bus services, and they're saying, look, we've been on shift since 4:30 this morning. Our buses are operational. Those that do have diesel have been going out, and they're kind of confused as to where this statement is coming from in terms of the suspension of the bus services, because as of this morning, and what we're seeing, Dumelo, is that these services are operational. In total, the Tshwane bus services does have around 240 buses, but they don't all operate. That's why I speak specifically of 160 shifts which begin rotationally from 4:30 in the morning. And as you can see, it does seem as though the Tshwane bus services at this point are still operational, perhaps right up until all those buses then do not have any diesel, according to that statement that says that their service provider, the 3 fuel stations which this Tshwane bus service uses, they are running short of diesel. But at this point, I can confirm that in fact buses are operational, they're moving, and we are expecting to hear from one of the officials from the Tshwane municipality around exactly what the way forward is going to be. But I can confirm that in terms of the statement we received around the suspension of the service, that at this point has not actually come into effect.
All right, Slee, that's where we'll leave it, of course. And as soon as there are other developments, including that pursuit of a conversation around the bus services out in Tshwane, we'll be sure to catch up with you once again. But as Slee has mentioned, it seems the buses at this point are operational. This morning, we'll get the very latest and more updates from our senior reporter, Silindelo Masikane.